Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. So for today's video I thought I would do a first impression on the new Maybelline Infaillible, I hope that's how you pronounce it, longwear shaping stick. And I've seen them quite a lot on Instagram lately and my drugstore just got them this week, so I just knew I had to get them and that's what I did. You may be wondering, why are you wearing a beanie when you're in your room? And it's because I'm having a bad hair day. Even though I braided my hair, it still did not really cooperate with me today. So that's just why I threw on a beanie. I'm actually also very curious about how those foundation sticks perform, because I've never tried foundation sticks in my life, believe it or not. And I've been wanting to try foundation sticks for such a long time, but I never actually gotten around trying them. And now that L'Oreal came out with foundation sticks, I just knew it was my chance to grab them. The first shade I have here is this one. It's number 160 in the color Sand, and it just looks like that. It should probably match me. I hope so, because they only had 4 shades, which is a little... because nowadays brands are usually coming out with a lot of foundation shades. Just take a look at Fenty, and she came out with the lightest skin tone shade you could have, probably to the darkest skin tone shade you can have. And it's not, but I'm not saying that's the only brand. A lot of brands recently came out with a lot of different types of foundations and with different colors. And L'Oreal just launched 4 colors for actual foundation colors, and I'm not too happy with that. 160 is darker than 120, I think there was, and it was lighter, so it was too light for me, and that's it. And then they had a little then they had a shade darker, which is like me when I'm tanned. And then they had the other shades, 220, it's in the color Toffee, and I'm actually going to use this for contouring purposes. And it's not really dark as well. I don't know if they just launched 4 colors because they were like, okay, we're trying it out first to see how people actually react to them, how many people buy them, and then we're going to go deeper with the colors, or lighter, both. But I'm just not too impressed with the color ranges, I have to admit. And another thing that I have to criticize is that there's not a lot in here. That's it. That's the whole foundation stick in the whole tub, and the tub is quite big, and then there's just like that. I would have wished they would have put a little more product in here, but I'm not too sure how it's with other foundation sticks, because again, those are my first foundation sticks. I've never tried out any other brands, so I really can't tell if that's the normal amount people put in foundation sticks, or if other brands have more product in their foundation sticks. Not sure. So alright, so I just quickly put my bangs up so that they're out of my way, and to complete my horrific hair day, I'm just going to throw my beanie back on, because that's a lot better. I feel more comfortable with it today, so we're just gonna let it sit here on my head. Alright, so again I'm taking the shade 160 Sand. Or is it Sand Sable? I don't know. It says Sand, and then on the bottom it says Sable. And here it says Coffee, and then Caramel. How is this shade called then? Is Sable French for sand? Took 5 years of French. I have no idea. Oh yeah, Sable, I think that's how you pronounce it, is the French word for sand. So they put it here in French and English. And then I think for Toffee, Caramel is the translation to French. whatever. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly prime my face before I'm starting with the foundation stick, because that's what I usually do. I usually always prime my face before going in with foundation. And I'm just going to use my very dirty Catrice Prime and Fine Pore Refining Anti-Shine Base. I'm just going to apply a few dots on my face, mostly focusing on my T-zone because that's where I get oily the most. I just think you maybe should have gotten the lightest shade as well, you know, just to use for concealing purposes. I didn't think that far. I'm not going out to the drugstore now. Alright, so I zoomed you guys in here a little bit closer, and I'm just going to start by applying a few streaks on my cheek. Ooh, it glides on very nicely. And the color is not too bad on my skin. Actually, it's not. I'm not too sure how much I should use, so I'm just going with 2 streaks on each cheek. Ooh, it's super creamy. Ooh, I love it. One on my nose and one on my chin. Alright. So I'm not too sure how I'm going to blend this out because I don't have a stippling brush. Yes, I know, shame on me. And my beauty blender, I don't know, it's... don't mind it, it's incredibly dirty. I hadn't had time to wash it. But maybe it's going to blend out with it because I don't want to use a foundation brush. So I'm just going to start on my chin blending it out. Okay, so it blends very easily. Maybe I should have used more. It's not too much of full coverage. Oh yeah, so you can see it didn't cover up this spot right here. Or like it didn't properly cover it up. Other than that, it's quite nice. It blends it very easily. I'm going for another round. I'm going to use a little more. I'm so scared to use more because there's already so little in here that I don't want to waste it. And they actually also had cream highlights and cream blushes, but I did not take them because I'm not a huge blush girl and I rarely ever use blushes, and I prefer powder blushes over cream blushes, definitely. And I also prefer powder highlighters over cream highlighters. I'm not too much a fan of cream stuff except for contouring. I've been really getting into cream contouring lately. I used to do it a lot 2 years ago and then it kind of faded and I just stuck with, how is it called? Powder contouring, like with bronzing a lot, and now I just recently really got back into it. So that's why I picked up the contouring stick. But back to the foundation stick, just going to put on another layer of this. Okay, so it really glides on very smoothly. I think that should be enough now. Okay, that's a lot better. Blends out so nicely. So far I'm pretty impressed with the foundation stick that I used. It's not a very full coverage foundation, but that's okay for those kind of no makeup days that you sometimes have and you don't want to put on a lot of coverage on your face. And then I would just go with this little foundation stick right here because it's not too sheer but it's also not too heavy on your face and it's actually quite matte. So I don't know if that's because of the primer or because of the foundation, but it does not make me look dewy, which I highly appreciate. I'm not going to set the foundation by now because I really want to see how it performs on my face while filming, and I want to see if it breaks up easily or if it's going to stay on my face, because again, it's supposed to be a longwear shaping stick, so that means I've got high hopes for this thing. But yeah, moving on to the contouring shade Toffee or Caramel. But yeah, that's the color right here. It's a very nice contouring shade. It's perfect for my skin tone. But again, if you are lighter, maybe if you're a little fairer than me, then it would still work. But if you're darker than me, I don't think that this would work very well. I actually hate to contour my jawline, so that's why I'm just sticking to my chin, to my cheekbones, to my forehead, and to my nose. That's interesting. I kind of have the feeling that it emphasizes my baby hairs a lot on my face, and it was all bubbly when I applied it. I don't know if those were my baby hairs or if that's the foundation. Okay, so no, it definitely emphasizes my pores a lot. I never knew that my pores look that huge on my cheek. Oh, that went way too far. Okay. Alright, now going to my chin, to my nose. I don't know, tongue twisted here. I really ever contour my nose again, so please excuse if I'm doing this very weird. Now we're just going to blend it out with my beauty blend. I'm going to start on my nose. It didn't do a lot on my nose. It didn't slim it down or anything like that. Okay, but I have to say it blends quite easily, so it hasn't dried down yet. And I actually used a little too much on my cheeks, I'm going to admit it. But it's super nice. It's super creamy as well as the foundation stick was. And it blends very, very nicely again. Alright, I think we're done, huh? No, we're not done. Of course not. It needs to be blended out a lot more. Going back to my cheeks once again. Just making sure everything is blended out very nice and evenly, so I don't have huge spots on my face that look as if I rubbed mud on my face. Okay, I'm just going to contour my chin a little bit, just a very slight bit. Just going to use very little product. Oh, well, God, it's been so long since I've contoured my chin the last time. Blending it down to my neck. So I just checked in my big mirror in the daylight, and I definitely went a little overboard with the contouring, but on camera it looks good, so I'm just going to leave it like that. And again, I probably used a lot of the contouring shade, and actually just a little of the contouring shade is enough, versus the foundation shade needed 2 coats to be an okay coverage for me, because I usually tend to go to full coverage. But again, it's a buildable foundation and you shouldn't go too overboard with that contouring shade. But other than that, I really enjoyed those products, and I'm definitely going to repurchase them once they're empty. And yeah, that's everything I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. I'm going to see you next time. Bye guys!